very strange. It's like a challenge.
Alright, stick with me for a second. Yep. The hook and line is sinking in his crooked spine, a stylist. The style war's a siren song despite what you aspire to. A rook upon a tile floor, checkers by the fireside, booking it through trial fire to find out what he's cooking with. Brooklyn quarter, nickel, diamond, looking like a miser. Must have skipped the midlife crisis for his figurative devices. Right, a Steinway sons are violin, a vine just to divine it through. Delighted by the finer things, divided by what might have been. If might is used for violence, I'm in it for the Myers-Briggs. I might just mic it up and set the diamond tip and dial it in time to hear the crackle hiss and clash over what a classic is. A multi-threaded cache of fucking classlessness. If the culture is for the cattle, I'm a catalyst. If a vulture is a bad omen, I'm a bat over the embattlements. From a ladder, from a catapult, and clamor over the manifold, emboldened by the banner under which he forged the bastion. A rat is pretty rad if you're a radical. Let's just hope it's more elaborate than the lab which you had landed in. The candor and the canned laughter for the candidate who can't begin to answer what was asked or simply pander to the past. Too cynical by half, yeah. For the insipid sippin' draft, just giving tips on how to trips it with a daft. I guess the bitches brew on tap. Like putting lipstick on a pig or fitting fishnets on a lamp, you gotta laugh. The decision's in your hand, if indecision is your craft, you get a grip or get a grasp or a litany of facts about the system or the man. Man, I'm pretty big on setting records on a track, but my track record's pretty bad. Blacklisted from the clan, clandestine as they come, I know I'm destined for the sum of all my efforts to dissolve into the sand.
He tried to talk, but the electrical voltage had burned out his vocal cords. Yet it hadn't destroyed his brain.
You're made of clay, I'm made of glass. I've got the stain, you've got the ads. I've got the fame, I've got the talent. I'm rockin' paid, you're watching ads. I'll never cave on your demand. Pretty sapient as that. What can I say? Some make a place by simply playing to the crowd. Some wear a cape, some wear a mask. Case sensitive to cap. Lace everything to boot. Coattails hanging from his back. No disclaimer on the cage between the lion and the lamb. There's no delay between the time it takes to pray and shake your hand. No debate between a liar and the lighter of a match. You scrape for change, I save on gas. I make a claim and cite my source. I make it rain and bail the raft and make more lightning with a mast than a kite cutter ever had. It's light work for the cat, I undecide that shit right now. Fighting nightly with a shadow, you could say that he's attached. You could display it in a panorama, arraying all the cast, but what's the catch? The hook and line is sinking in his crooked spine, a stylist. The style war's a silent song despite what you aspire to. A rook upon the tile floor, checkers by the fireside, looking in through trial fire to find out what he's cooking with. Time and time again he hears the dial tone, but his trial error file transfer guides him through the gamma, like a pile driver compiling a cannon. The wiles of a war he didn't know he was the man of.
You gotta keep it going, okay? Keep it going.
Like Ganawalska Dap and Captain Planet. So glad that you could have us. We're off to populate the blackness. More than half of us still can't explain a magnet, but we're not for looking backwards. Plus I think it's just for practice in case the shit Titanic.
And I don't give a fuck with your soul. That shit is trash banging.
Keep an eye up on the rations, never much of a romantic. Unless you're lying on a mattress, then you're lying to the camera. Trying not to sound dramatic unless you're crying about your family. I'm inclined to say that banter isn't badminton for the campers, more like rafting in a barrel of bad actors and a paddle. Or a bear gripping a salmon, spare grip on his backpack for tabulating the data. Spare gift in the attic, no one cares, it's just a habit. That set of Atkins is sad boy. Matter of fact, it's more like Matter Daddy's half-son. Didn't ask, just stole his valor from the Tijuana brass. Daka dreamin' told the rascals they can have some. Gazans with no ransom, cause they'd rather hold a grudge than hold a grandson. Or holy fuck, maybe some land so they could plan to. And one thing about the facts, they're more plastic than the explosives they were strapped to. That's not on brand, but neither's ham bone. I'm just lying in the reeds or in the mangroves, like a fan under the landmark. 15 million smackers for a backyard. In the weeds or in the brambles, he gathers what he needs and makes his way back to the sound of twanging banjos. Haircut like Samson, therefore I am. That's what I was thinking when I thought about this damn song.